Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. So, in the previous lectures, we have studied related to types of bearing and functions of bearing. So, from the same unit, the another point is remaining, that is related to expansion joint. So, what are expansion joint? What are the types of joints? So, related to the bridge engineering, so we can have various types of joints. So joints in a bridge. So before studying the expansion joints, we are going to study related to joints in a bridge. So joint is the weakest portion of the bridge deck, and they are provided in cement concrete bridge deck to permit contraction and expansion of concrete under the action of temperature. So all of you know that every structure is going to expand and contract because of the thermal changes in the atmosphere. That is, expansion and contraction is there in every structure. So as every structure have this effect, so bridge is also having such a effect, that is expansion and contraction. So due to the thermal changes in the environment, there is expansion and contraction in the bridge deck also. So they should be designed in such a way that they require the least maintenance and have good performance in heavy traffic. So this may be the main function or main design of the bridges, that is they should be designed in such a way that they require least maintenance. So low maintenance will be there and have good performance in heavy. So as in heavy traffic also there will be a good performance. So following three types of joints are permitted in a bridge structure. So three types of joints are there, that is construction joint, contraction joint and expansion joint. So in our syllabus we have the term that is expansion joint. Before that we have to study what are the types of joints. So these are the three types of joints, that is construction joint, contraction joint and expansion joint. So what is construction joint? So construction joints are compulsory break due to the close of the day's work or due to failure of machinery, etc. So construction joints, so at the end of the today's work, so if we have to start a project in the next day, then there we have to provide this construction joint. So or due to the failure of the machine. So suppose while construction any machinery failure is there, so at that time we have to provide a construction joint. So they are also provided when the foundations of adjacent parts are at different levels, as in case of abutment and wing wall. So abutment and wing wall have foundations at different levels, so at that position also the construction joints are to be provided. So construction joints are provided at every structure due to the various reasons, such as break of day's work or due to failure of machinery, or if the foundation are at the adjacent levels. So in bridge, abutment and wing wall foundations are at the different levels, therefore these joints are provided. Another type of joint is there, that is contraction joint. So contraction joint are provided to permit the contraction of the deck slab. So contraction of the deck slab, for the contraction of the deck slab, that is if the slabs are contract like this, then in that case we have to provide this contraction joint. So they are smaller width and extend up to the part of the depth of the slab. So they are of smaller width. So as compared to the expansion joint, contraction joints are very smaller and they are not provided up to the depth of the slab, but they are provided up to the part of the depth of the slab. Means they are not provided throughout the depth of the slab, but they are provided at some portion of the depth of the slab. They are spaced closer than the expansion joint. So we will study the expansion joint in detail. So but these contraction joints are provided closer than the expansion joints. So the distance between the two contraction joints is lesser as compared to the expansion joint. Then we will move towards the very important point, that is expansion joint. So expansion joint, it is included in our syllabus. What is expansion joint? So expansion joints are provided in a bridge for the movement of bridge decks. They are designed to take up longitudinal and transverse movements of the bridge caused by thermal expansion and contraction and by certain loading conditions. So expansion joints are very important. So if you see any bridge, you can see the various joints or such lines are there in bridges throughout the length of the bridge, and these lines are nothing but the expansion joints. So again, they are designed to take up longitudinal and transverse movement. So longitudinal movement and transverse movement like this. So for these movements, these expansion joints are provided in a bridge deck. So expansion joints are of full depth. So as in contraction joints are not of full depth, they are up to the part of the depth of the slab, but expansion joints are provided for full depth of the member and generally 25 mm width. Its width of the expansion joint is about 25 mm. So as per the present practice, they are provided at every pier in case of simply supported structure and at every end of the girder in case of continuous or rigid frame bridges. So expansion joints are provided at, in case of simply supported structure, they are provided at every pier. So if the structure is simply supported, it is supported only at the ends, then the expansion joints are provided at every pier. At every pier, the expansion joints are provided. And if these bridges are continuous or rigid frame bridges are there, then they are provided at every end of the girder. So if the continuous bridges are there, at every end of the girder, the expansion joints are provided. Thus, the spacing of the expansion joint depends on the span length. So span of the bridge, the spacing of the expansion joint is depend upon the span of the bridge in case of simply supported structure. So as in case of simply supported structure, the length of the span is nothing but the distance between the expansion joint, and number of continuous spans in case of others. So in case of continuous bridges, the distance between the two expansion joints is nothing but at the end of the girder. So each girder, at the end of each girder, you have to provide an expansion joint. So that is the difference between these two cases, that is in simply supported case and in case of continuous bridges. The type of joint is generally depend on type and magnitude of movement that joint has to accommodate. So again, the type of joint is generally, so this expansion joint is generally depend on the type and magnitude of the movement that joint has to accommodate. So this is about the basic information about the various types of joints for the bridges. So again, we will take a review of these. So three types of joints are provided for the bridges: construction joint, contraction joint, and expansion joint. Construction joints are provided at the end of the day's work or due to the failure of the machinery, or in case of if the foundations of the adjacent structures are at different levels in like abutment and wing wall, in that case we have to provide construction joint. Contraction joint, they are of smaller width as compared to expansion joint, and they are not provided up to full depth of the slab, but they are provided at the part of the depth of the slab. And the last one is expansion joint, that is very important. They are designed to take a longitudinal and transverse movement of bridge caused by thermal expansion and contraction, and they are generally of 25 mm width, and they are provided at simply supported structures and also for the continuous bridges. So for simply supported structures, the span, that is the distance between the two expansion joints, is at the end of the at the pier, at each pier, and for the continuous bridges, they are provided at every end of the girder. So this is about the various types of joints. So in the next lecture we will cover the various types of expansion joints. So thank you very much.